My name is Michel. Today I'm going to walk you through our brand new BigRep blade software in order to use the machines and the software correctly. We're going to go through the essential. Let's start. Now we're going to import the STL into the software. The software works with STL and OBJs as a geometry input. I'm going to drag and drop a file. And that is that same robotic lawnmower. In this case, yeah, there it is, sitting in the machine volume. I'm going to show you a little bit the tools of orienting. I can move it around, X, Y, Z axes. I can scale it, which I won't do because we want it at the real scale. And I can rotate the part. In this case, just a little bit upwards, and with the surfaces facing the front of the machine, I will also drag it a little bit to the front so it is closer to the main doors of the machine. As you know, the BigRep machine, the BigRep Pro, is a big machine, and it has like the most comfortable access is from the front. Therefore, I want my print at the front. In red, the red marks would be the contact points, or like the areas marked in red are the contact points of the support with the model. I am naturally trying to minimize these in order to get as less contact with the model as possible, and also to optimize the use of the material. Obviously, if I use more support, it costs more, it has longer printing times, and so on. Next thing I'll do is to be sure about my extruder setup. So again, in this case, we're using under extruder 0, T0, an MXT extruder. This is a proprietary technology of BigRep. And in this case, we use the PA66, so the nylon. But yet there's a drop-down menu on which you will find all the possible material that we offer. You can buy them straight from our web shop. And remember that these materials, we worked really hard to choose them, to calibrate them for our machine, and to fine-tune the software to support them. So every time you choose a BigRep material, you get all the fine-tunings automatically in our new software. Useless to say, they come in a large variety of colors and material properties. We got TPU, Pro HD, we got PETG, we got performant material like the PA66 and high temperature materials. And of course, the second extruder, which is more the classic extruding technology, what we call the ACE, 1 millimeter nozzle diameter. And we're going to use a natural color BVOH, which is a water-soluble support. Again, BigRep material. So with this extruder combination, I would like to calculate the part for the first time. I'll let the computer crunch it a little bit. Calculation can sometimes be quite long. Make sure you have a strong computer for this. In this case, the complexity of the part is quite high. Once the computer finishes calculating, I got a visualizator. I can see a solid view of the part, extra view, or the layer view. What I'm interested in is to see the layer view, so I can look at how the software will slice the part. In this case, it sliced it without the support materials. Interestingly enough, we're going to have to set it up in the software to print, but this is an opportunity for us to see how the machine will print this geometry and the way it's going to be constructing the part layer by layer. This all looks good. One of the things that I have to look at is the accuracy of the lines, or how well they fill up. In this case, there's two outlines, or one outline and one infill line. They all look smooth. I believe it will lead to a nice print, a nice part. Let's move on to the support. I have to engage the support. I might have forgot to mention, but we have different qualities you can choose from. In this case, a 0.6 millimeter layer height. That's what I've chose for this print. This is a good compromise between quality and print times. Since we see the model itself is about 1 day and 4 hours to print. Here in the lower part of the screen, you got the statistics of the printing. I can look at more details at the material usage or the print time. Next thing, I'm going to engage the support materials. So in this case, I have no support engaged. I'm going to roll down. There's a lot of settings you can play around with. Now we're going to engage the dual extrusion. I'm going to make sure that the second extruder is working for the support material, but we're going to use a trick, or like a feature we call an interface layer. So we do not want to use too much of these BVOH because the MXT, the BigRep MXT technology is way faster than any other extrusion technology you might know. So we're going to use it for most of the print, including the supports, but yet we're going to use a thin interface layer of BVOH between the two different portions of the PA66 prints, because PA66 has a very strong interlayer connection, and it is impossible to support a print from nylon with supports from nylon. Let me set the support in. Here we're going to generate support, interface, extruder. Okay, we have support. The support is mainly made by the MXT extruder, and then the interface layer will be printed using the second extruder. Now I'm going to make sure that the second extruder knows it's going to print the interface layer, and let us see how it goes. Now I'm optimizing the orientation, obviously to save print time, to save material use. Here, by playing with the orientation of the part, I was able to reduce at least 10 hours of the print time. This can be done further. There are all kinds of parameters that can influence this, like the support density, the support printing speed, and so on. Since it's just a short tutorial, I'm not going to go deeper into those things. We're going to have to continue as it is. Next thing we're going to do is we'll learn how to save the file and send it to the printer. Slicing software, like slicing software, it speaks with the machine through G codes. In this case, we have a combination of G and M codes. This is incorporated in the software. You don't have to worry about this. It is imperative to use this software with BigRep Pro machines. On other BigRep platform, you might be able to use other slicers, but the Pro can work only with BigRep Blade software. By saving to file, I save the G code on the hard drive. After we save the file to the hard drive of the computer or any server you want to save it on, I'm going to show you the interface of the machine. Now we simply drag and drop the G code straight into the interface of the machine. I'm going to open the interface of the machine. This is our interface with the BigRep machines. I can either upload the job through choosing the folder in my computer, or simply drag and drop the thing into the queue of the machine. It uploads, then the machine knows that this is the work that comes up next. And next time I add the machine, it's gonna, also according to commands, it's gonna preheat the machine to the determined materials, and so on. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of the BigRep blade basics. The software is available free of charge on our website. Click the link below to find it. This would be a good tool for you to evaluate either buying BigRep machines or materials. It will give you a very good accurate idea of printing time and all kinds of technical data. And in general, it's a good slicing software. Thank you very much.